What's up, Joe? Like to share one of my pieces with you all. Now, name this joint. It's called Time. It's basically an autobiography of my life. In 1984, I was 13 years old, and I graduated from a school on the east side of Chicago called Parkside Academy. And walking down the aisle, right alongside of me, was this girl named Tangela Cobb, but we all call her Tangy. In the time, it was around about like 10 or 11 o'clock. About a year later, down the street, I'm talking about literally, Joe, right up the block from where I graduated. I was hanging out with some gangster disciples. But because I'm a conservative vice lord, one of the folks didn't like that. So in my stomach, I got shot. About a month later, because I'm a conservative vice lord and I got shot, the people, some of the big homies, they didn't like that. Someone got caught. That someone got dropped. These are facts. 3 months later, I had ran away from home, and it was to the streets that I had flocked. 9 months later, one of my partners, a GD, Lil Man, another kid named Psycho, both got caught slipping on the same block in which I got shot. But this was a double homicide, and the whole east side was shocked. 10 months later, I'm involved in a homicide, and I get popped. I was a juvenile, caught up in the system. And when the deck went up, man, Joe, motherfuckers getting stabbed up. I'm talking about Jailhouse Rock. I was out on Pontiac Maximum State Prison Yard when I was supposed to be in the HVAC class. And I ended up watching a man get stabbed up. In fact, everyone watched. One guy hit him in his chest. But when Buddy hit him in his neck, I'm talking about Joe. Blood shot out, like spurted out. He broke out and ran and dropped and shook and bled to death. And while he laid there all dead and stuff in the field, all dead and stuff, neither I or anyone else gave up. I was convicted and sentenced to 20 years for some I didn't even do. Well, boo hoo. Who gave up? I was supposed to do 9 years and 9 months. But because of my violent affairs, throughout the years, I had broke a lieutenant jaw in Joliet in 88, and I whooped two correctional officers in Pontiac Farm in 91. I ended up doing 13 years. But the kid got out. I'm talking about like back on the block. But this time, Joe, I came home with a whole totally different mindset. I enrolled into Chicago State University full time under the Board of Governors Project. I got a full-time job working at Walgreens downtown. I got that job. That's my first job, Joe. And I liked that job. But then I lost that job when Walgreens discovered in my past was a conviction of murder. What they found. So they fired me. Fuck them. Now I'm back on the block with the old mindset. And I learned this new trade called blows and rocks. Rocks, blows, weed, pod. Over here. I never seen any money like that before. In fact, I ain't had no idea what my life was in store for. You see, one of the big homies just got out the joint. And I called myself caring, like in the act of sharing. But this mob must start off some kind of lane because once he got a taste of money, he got funny, and greed is what he got. Man, Joe, I ain't see this shit coming. Yeah, Joe, I definitely was tripping. Just allow him to catch me slipping. Yeah, Joe, he tried to stain the kid in my face. I got shot. That's all right. The fuck is not. Mad as a bitch. Snitch, I do not. On Vice Lord, straight out the hospital on my hip with an extended clip was me and a Glock. That's all right. I know I might appear a bit irate because of Buddy missed my rap fate. Yeah, I ain't gonna say no names, but he's still in the game. 12 caught up with him for some other shit. Yeah, he got popped. Now, Joe, years and years later, I just wake up straight out of bed with all this shit beating and banging inside my head. But instead of seeking revenge and getting bloodshot mad, I just picked up a pen and a pad. It was early in the morning, baby, around 5 o'clock. That's my time and my tick.